Hammer gang. We always hit the nail on the head. We always hit the nail on the head. All right, so y'all make sure y'all hit that like button when you come on in. I'm gonna give it a minute or so more people come on in. Hit that like button on the way in. We got some things to talk about. All right, so I'm gonna get straight into it though. If anybody miss anything, they can always hit that rewatch squad. Y'all check in the comment section so I know who's here. You know, give you roll call, shout outs or whatever. But controversy, man, controversy. When it comes to Miami versus Florida State, there's always some controversy. I think that's why we're one of the biggest rivals in college football. But as of lately, Florida State, competition-wise, is non-existent. I think anybody and their mama could beat them right now. That's tough. They just got Norvell come in. They ain't really doing nothing. 3-6 was their record last year. They running away from competition. I mean, if you ask Dabo Sweeney, they owe Clemson some money. If you ask Dabo, they need to pay up. But nonetheless, man, one of Miami's top. I mean, this guy's on the top of the board when it comes to linebackers that Miami's going after. So, of course, Florida State, one of the schools that he's visiting, they're on his list also. And, it ain't too classy in Tallahassee. So they're going to pull out all the stunts to try to get kids to come to Tallahassee instead of Miami. Now, I'm going to say this. Wesley got put in a bad situation. He got caught up in the moment, this, that, and the third. Now, it's funny how Florida State tried to get him, to throw down the U. This was a live video, by the way, so I seen it live. It was terrible. I seen it live because I don't know if Jordan was watching, but Jordan, he's a Florida State fan. He always send me stuff on Instagram or whatever. So when Wesley went live, he sent me the live, so I'm watching it. So I'm watching the photo shoot and all that stuff, this, that, and the third. I even seen the part when he was putting on the FSU gear and shit. And I was in the comment section typing or whatever, like, take that toilet paper off, stuff like that. But nonetheless, FSU coaches, they're so desperate, man. They're so desperate. They'll try anything. They'll try any tactic to get these kids to come to their university, or turn the fan base of other universities against them. Because that's basically what they try to do to Wesley. Now, backfired shitnole fans. Shitnole fans, it didn't work. It didn't work. First thing first, Wesley's in Miami right now. Where did he go? You seen the thumbnail for this video. Where did he go? Paradise Camp. What did he do at Paradise Camp? Had go to the coaches, address the situation about throwing down the U, let them know what's up. It didn't do nothing for y'all, Florida State. It did not boost y'all up or anything like that. A nice what's the word for it? Nice public. What was it, Florida State? What was it? Publicity stunt. There it is. It's like sometimes my mind ain't clicking. But nice publicity stunt. Of course, it wasn't like the photo. It was the live. Somebody was screen recording live. So they screenshot the part when he threw it out of you and put out the video and put out the picture. So, of course, FSU try to use it to their advantage. I mean, you got to admit, as a Miami Hurricane fan, you got to admit, they tried. It was a smart tactic, but they tried. I mean, it was smart. We got to give it to them. It was smart. Try to turn the whole fan base against him. Now, with him doing that, Trust me, there's a lot of fans that's not on his side. That's not going to root for him the way they would root for the other kids that showed loyalty to the university throughout their whole recruitment and stuff. As you guys can see, what's going on with like Quan Lee, for instance. Quan Lee said that he shut down his recruitment, but we're still seeing photos of him in other teams' gear. We're still seeing photos of him driving around in golf carts at UCF and stuff like that. So it is what it is. Do a quick roll call. No production in the building. What's going on? No production. How you doing, man? Mr. HD, what's up with you? Mr. Wesley is a king. Yeah, we know you're a king. Cuban King, what's good with you? It's not about us fans, but it's about the players in the locker room. Right. If the players in the locker room can accept Wesley after seeing that, and they, got an understanding that this is just recruiting, this is just, what happens at visits, then, if they can forgive him, that's all that matters. Because me and you could talk all we want, but if the players forgive him and they welcome him, we can't do nothing about that. That's tough. All we can do is get behind our team, and that's it. I know it's a big shot in the face. I know it's a huge disrespect when it comes to this. Nobody wants to see, no Miami fan wants to see nobody throwing down at you. Now, we see it when it happens in games when teams score touchdowns or they do something big against us, because that's what they do. They throw down to you because they think they did something. But to see a recruit that we got locked in, that we going after heavily, that's number one on our board, do that, it kind of, put a bad taste in a lot of Hurricanes' mouth. Mine's, yeah. But we know the tactics. Now, let me bring up this photo real quick, because I know you guys seen it. I know everybody's seen it. But I'm gonna bring up this. I'm gonna pull up the photos. Like I said, I know you guys seen this photo. It's horrible. Let me see what we got. Kevin L, what's going on? When they start losing, yeah, we already know. FSU going 3-9 this season, so they'll lose a lot of commits anyway. Half the guys that's committed to them, to be honest with you, most of those guys are looking to get some play time right away. FSU lost a lot of guys to the transfer portal. They lost, trust me, they got space for these guys to come in and play right away. So a lot of these guys are going to take advantage of that. You know how it goes. Other schools, they got depth in position. FSU lost a lot of players to the transfer portal. Lost a lot of players because they don't believe in Mike Norvell's BS. But you know how it goes. Hurricane Andrew, what's good with you, boss? What's good, fellas? Armando, what's going on with you? All right. So I'm going to share this horrible picture real quick. All right, guys. So that's basically the photo that came out yesterday. Now, as you guys can see, this guy right here throwing down the U, that's Wesley. Now, according to Wesley's own words, because he's at Paradise Camp, and basically, out of his own mouth, they talk to him, find out, get to the bottom of it. Because of course, something like this bombshell happened, and then you're on Miami campus the next day at camp, so they're gonna get to the bottom of it. But basically, this is Wesley right here throwing down to you, and this is I don't know who this bozo the clown is right here. Maybe one of you guys in the chat know who this bozo the clown is. Who somebody let me know in the chat. Who is this clown? I don't know who he is. Seriously, I have done no research on this guy. But who's this bozo? Somebody let me know. First graduation, top-notch clown right here. Who is that? Basically, he's the engineer behind this whole photo, behind him throwing down the U. Basically. Now, earlier on this week, we saw Marvin Jones Jr. throw down the U. Now, to me, Marvin Jones Jr. throwing down the U was no surprise. I don't think the coaches at FSU had to tell him to do that. But I did see today on Marvin Jones Jr.'s Twitter that basically what Wesley said, I'm going to show you what Wesley said. So this is what Wesley tweeted. So basically, I will be at Paradise Camp today. That was 3 hours ago. Now, before that, he said, I got nothing against the U. My decision will be made early signing day. If you guys know, early signing day is it's way in December. It's way in December. But yeah, basically yesterday, about 23 hours ago, he arrived in Tallahassee, blah, blah, blah. Then, he's at Paradise Camp today. But Marvin Jones Jr., the same thing, the same guy a couple weeks ago, not even, maybe about a week ago, that did the same thing, basically. Throw down the U or whatever. Now, in his photo, he's smiling and grinning. Marvin Jones Jr., he's an FSU fan. Let's just be plain clear about that. He's FSU all the way. Ain't no doubt about it. We ain't even got to look into Marvin Jones. Wrong Marvin Jones. That's not him. That's the wrong one. There we go. Marvin Jones Jr. Now, clearly, Marvin Jones Jr., here we go. So, he basically retweeted what Wesley said. Wesley's tweet, I got nothing against the U. My decision will be made early signing day. And he pointed at it. So, I'm not sure if Marvin Jones trying to say, hey, the photo that I took throwing down the U, I ain't got nothing against the U. I don't know if he's trying to say the same thing that he said or he's just trolling. But who knows? But I think the ship for Miami and Marvin Jones probably been sailed. I think he's an FSU commit. I think if he don't go to FSU, I don't think he's going to Miami, plain and simple. But Marvin Jones is one of FSU's basically top of the board guy that they're going after. They would literally push their mama off a bridge to get this guy. Seriously. They would probably push their mama off a bridge to get anybody that Miami's recruiting, to be honest with you. You see the tactics they're trying to pull to get recruits. But, FSU, desperation. When people get desperate, they do desperate things. That's tough. But yeah, that's Marvin Jones. It might be too late for that kid, but hey, that's tough. We're not in dire need for that position. Now, let me check on the chat. How's that, Armando? Ocala Kane, he got to stand on that. When our players, let me make it more bigger so he'll be stumbling over here. You got to stand on that when our players check him about that today. Hey, yeah, that's tough. Stand up like a man. Hey, made a mistake, deal with it. Kevin Porter, what's going on with you? Oh, well, if he don't want to be a Cane, then the hell with him. 5 in a row. 5 in a row, most definitely. Does he want to be a Cane? I do believe he do want to be a Cane. Like I said, I do believe that he got caught up in the moment. This wasn't something that was, planned by him or, him trying to disrespect the U or anything like that. I think those coaches at FSU basically manipulated him. He got caught up in the moment. You got this bozo the clown next to him throwing down the U. So basically, he just went along with it. He didn't know. In his own words, he didn't know that this was going to be out there like that. He didn't know FSU. He didn't know the tactics at FSU. He didn't know the clownery that goes on at that school. They would try to, bring him into that, whatever. But, all right. 863 Seminole, what up, folks? Y'all boy making a big deal over nothing. Wesley really hurt you. Man, we ain't mad at Wesley. We kind of is mad that he allowed y'all to use him as a puppet. Y'all kind of basically, this is a chess game, and y'all try to use that man as a pawn. But we work with kings and queens down in Miami. But nonetheless, man, y'all can have your little bishops and rooks. But that's basically what that guy do. Translation Kane, what's good, my brother? What's up, boss? You say y'all happy he going to camp. Now, be honest with you, with the whole situation that happened yesterday and, not hearing from himself or whatever, this and that, when I saw that he was going to camp, I didn't have no feelings about it. I didn't get excited, but I also didn't get mad about it. It's going to work itself out, basically. All I know is if Wesley decides to become a Miami Hurricane, he's got a lot to prove. He's not going to be the crowd's favorite. But put it in on the field, trust me, when you win in football games and this, that, and the third, and if you beat Florida State 4 in a row like we will in the next 4 years, then I'm sure a lot of fans will put this behind them. You stumping FSU, you killing them on the field, they'll forget about it. Trust me. They will. But right now, it is a sour taste. It is. Hurt. He's not choosing FSU over us unless the bottom will fall. Man, if that's the case, then he definitely not choosing FSU. Because imagine if our season fall apart. FSU season already fall apart and they ain't even played the game yet. So we ain't worrying about him choosing FSU over us when it comes to football games and records and stuff like that. We know their season is going to be shit. We know it's going down the drain. 3-9. 3-9. Prove me wrong. Tell me why FSU is going to win more than 3 games this season. They were supposed to lose more than 6 last season. He said Marvin Jones at Paradise Camp or whatever y'all call it. Like I said, man, this is FSU, guys. This is FSU. Now, to be honest with you, a lot of these kids, if they are going to FSU, they are throwing out of you and they are taking photos and putting it out there, stuff like that. You got to keep in mind, we're in a day of social media. We're in a day of name and likeness. So a lot of these kids, if they do make the mistake and say, dang, you know what? I just messed up my following. Because think about a Marvin Jones Jr. Think about a Wesley. These guys are on social media. Half of the fans that follow them are the teams that they got offers from, they got in their top 5, top 10s and stuff like that. So a guy like Wesley goes and throw down to you, well, there you go. You lost half of your fans that are Miami Hurricane fans. They're gonna unsubscribe from you. They're gonna unfollow you, stuff like that. So a lot of these kids got to be smart about how they go about recruitment. If you're a commit to a school and you shut things down, if he was committed to Florida State, shut it down, go up there and throw down to you and stuff like that, we wouldn't have nothing to say. Or we'll be like, hey, we'll catch you on the field. We'll see you for the next 4 years or however long you decide to play for Florida State. But when you in your recruitment stage, you haven't shut it down. You're still going back and forth to Miami, to other schools. When you disrespect other schools at other schools, then social media wise, you lose fans. You lose half of whoever's from that team you just disrespect. So a lot of these kids got to be mindful about that. And see, that's another thing about Florida State that I don't like. They know this. I'm pretty sure they know this. They're trying to manipulate these kids like that. I'm pretty sure if you read anything about Wesley or see any comments underneath that photo, Miami Hurricane fans are like, hey, forget this kid, move on to the next. Then some of them are basically saying, hey, this kid made a mistake. This is Florida State clownery. We know what it is. We see the tactics. But there's fans that once you throw down at you, they see that as total disrespect, which it is. So in their mind, they're done with this kid. They don't care if he come or not. They don't even want him to come no more. That's basically what FSU wanted. Now, it's tough. It's tough. If Wesley decides to come to Miami, he's going to have to play his ass off. He's going to have to put in more work than anybody else now, basically. Because that fan base, once you lose them, it's tough to get them back. I'm just saying. Let me see what else y'all got. He will be a Cane. I don't doubt it. Y'all really clowning today. You already know, man. Y'all started this clownery. Literally, y'all did start this clownery. Y'all was a clown school, and y'all started to show it. FSU done their own grave number. Yeah, Reed Lashley's break the scoreboard. You know what? Shit like this kind of why I'm gonna say this. Shit like this is why I like coaches like Nick Saban. That when he's beating your ass, he don't let up. That's why when Nick Saban is on the sideline, cussing at his players, yelling at his players, and they're up like 30-something on the team, and we're like, seriously? You mad because that? No. You gotta appreciate that now. Because see, when we was beating Florida State 52-10, and it could have been worse. It should have been worse. Stuff like this make you go back and say, damn, we should have beat them 60-something to 10 instead. We shouldn't even let them score. So when teams get beat down, especially by Nick Saban, you know, I can appreciate it now because they don't get no room to talk. See, Florida State, clownery. Now, when we play them, if we beating the brakes off of them and Manny Diaz decide to, hey, let's let up on them. Let's show some compassion. I'm going to be pissed. No, beat them to a post. If you see them on the ground and they gashing for air, step on their lungs. Get the biggest cleats you got with the longest spike and step on them. That's why we got to beat FSU to a post every chance we get, because it's clownery like this. The way they act, the way they fan base act, you would think they beat us for the past 4 years. And you know what's funny too? When you go in the comment section, all they talk about, 7-4. Most teams, when they look back at the record between them and another team in Robbers, they say the last 10 years. FSU fans are so desperate that they go back. They go 11 years. Because they want that 7 to stick so bad. What you gonna do this year when we beat y'all and it's 5 in a row? Now you want to go 12 years. It's 7-5. That's FSU, man. FSU. Clownery. Jay Blaze, what's going on with you, brother? 863 Seminole, Norvell got a gun to these kids' head, making them go down to you, right? Now, what you say right there, Norvell and none of the coaches ain't making them do it. But they know manipulation. They know it's all manipulation. If you're at FSU, everybody's all pumping you up and doing all this, that. Of course, him throwing down to you and nodding at you to do it too, you're going to do it. It's called peer pressure. They know what they're doing. They manipulate these kids. So basically now you get a photo op. You get a photo of this kid disrespecting another school that's recruiting them up against you. So you turn that school against them. So your chances of landing him is better because Your fans is more than willing to welcome him in, while the other school fans got salt in their mouth from this kid disrespecting him. Now, if Wesley comes to Miami and decide that he wants to break a spear and put the photo out there and stuff right now, I think that'll send a message that, hey, nice try, you made me throw down to you, but guess what? I'm down here breaking a spear. You're in the same level as Miami right now. You don't know if I'm coming to you or them. And that's what Wesley says right now. Nobody, in Wesley's own words, nobody is ahead. He'll make his decision on signing day. FSU is not ahead of Miami just because you pull this stunt of, making them throw down to you. In his own words, you guys are not ahead. Okay. But it's clownery. I gotta catch up, man. I've been talking too much. Ellen, what's going on with you? He was more than caught up in the moment. Yeah, man. I like I said, I know it's tough to see. It's tough to see. It's total disrespect. Like I said, if he comes to Miami, he's got a lot of work to do. He's gonna have to redeem himself. He's not gonna get the same amount of love as a kid that was totally in with Miami, never disrespecting Miami. I mean, he made a mistake, but nonetheless, it's still disrespect. The damage has been done. This photo never came out, we wouldn't be talking about it right now. The damage is done. Jay, I think he's either FSU or a Gators fan. I think he's a Gator fan. How is the guy's top priority, and he's not 150 prospect? See, y'all buy into that 150 prospect, ESPN this, 300, 247 sport that. You don't buy into players because of what these players rank them. You buy into these players based on what you see, based on what you see as a program from these players. Basically, Wesley might fit the scheme that Miami run. He might have the skill set to do what Miami wants to do on defense. Where you might have a guy, he's a 5-star, but he don't fit the system. He don't run the kind of defense, or his skill set don't match what we're trying to do. So a lot of you guys look at stars and prospect and this, that, and the third, and you say, okay, throw this kid to the side. He's a diamond in the dirt for somebody else. And if he's not 150 prospect or whatever, this, that, and the third, and Miami is recruiting him heavily, why is FSU recruiting? What does Miami see in this kid? What does FSU see in this kid? He's not a so-called 150 prospect. So what do they see in him? You got to ask yourself questions before you talk, man. You got to be an FSU fan. You're definitely an FSU fan. Your own team is recruiting this kid, but you're worrying about if he's 150 prospect. Seriously. 904 Kane, what up, T2I? Like I said, he's acting like trolling Miami, but he's trolling FSU. Now, yeah, in the end, if he does decide to come to Miami after all of this, shenanigans by FSU, that's going to be like a slap in the face for them. Well, you made him do this, that, and the third, and he still went to Miami. Y'all program. Oh, God. Y'all really delusional if you think he knows this photo shoot was going. I mean, that's tough. It was on live. Shit. When half of these kids go live, depending on who they are, depending on what's our position with them, if I'm watching their live, most of the time I screen record it. This one I didn't, because I ain't thought he was going to do nothing crazy like that. I ain't thought y'all, you know what? That's my fault for not screen recording it, because I should know y'all by now. I should know y'all tactics. I should know y'all clownery. But, I don't know. That's tough. Somebody else was doing it. Of course, somebody in FSU camp was doing it, because they knew what they was doing. They knew they wanted to send this kind of message. They knew they wanted to sabotage this kid's recruitment with any other school but them. They wanted to put themselves in a higher position. Their fans love this kid. Every other school that he disrespects hates him. Push comes to shove, he'll choose FSU because he'll have more fans behind him. That's the tactic. It's smart. Smart. I mean, ain't too classy, but it's smart. You know? So the movie, they will respect this. FSU ain't got no choice but to respect this. We own them for the last 4 years. They have nothing to say that could, make us not believe that they don't respect this. You got to respect the man that's beating you. You got to. When my dad used to whoop my ass, I still respected him. That's tough. Oh, man. He said, fix the trash ass audio. Yeah, my mic is kind of broken. My mic is kind of broken right now, so I do have to replace that. I did order one, so y'all bear with me. That's why I haven't been going live as much or making videos from my computer. So bear with me, y'all. I understand the audio is a little bit terrible. So thank you for pointing it out, Rose. Seminole. Always a Seminole pointing out the obvious. FSU trash, totally agree. Boys force kids throw down to you, clown ass. Definitely clown. You see, even all 863 Seminole agreed that FSU is clowns. Oh man. He said FSU will suck again. You don't even have to put that again on there. They're gonna suck for the next couple of years. They know it. C says it's called recruiting. Yeah. Some dirty recruiting, but nonetheless, it's still recruiting. The fact that y'all blaming the coach for kids willing to pose in a picture is absolutely hilarious. I mean, that bozo the clown that was standing next to him, where you at? This bozo right here, this clown right here, that's who initiated it. That's who basically got the kid to throw down to you. This one right here. Come on, man, do it, bro. You got to go back to high school. You got to go back to elementary and stuff. You always have that one kid that's doing something crazy. You know better. And you look around and you see everybody else doing it. So you're like, I don't want to be left out. Peer pressure. So you end up doing the same clown stuff that you see them doing that in your mind, it goes against everything you believe in or your morals. That's basically what this clown right here did. He's at FSU, he's a coach, he's whatever he is at FSU. Like I said, I don't know who this bozo is. Somebody put in the chat what this guy's name is, this bozo. This donkey of the day, like Charlemagne, I don't really like Charlemagne at the moment, but like Charlemagne says, donkey of the day, right here. This guy, that's donkey of the day. Let's see what else we got here. FSU Rose, can't gang the F. Dr. Luzner making up anything. We're not making up nothing. Wesley, there's an article from, you know what, let me pull up the article. Wesley has spoken. I think I've seen it on Bleacher Report earlier, but let me pull it up anyway. Oh look, another one that's throwing out of you. Look, that's the first thing that pops up on here. 4-star Earl Little Jr. Oh, they want to update. Okay, cool. Earl Little will attend Paradise Camp. Like I said, Earl Little. No, I'm sorry, not Earl Little. Marvin Jones, the one that's throwing down to you. He'll attend. I don't know how y'all feel about him, but I could care less if he's at Paradise Camp or not. But nonetheless, So Miami Central High School linebacker Wesley basically cost some Category 5 size wave yesterday when a photo of him posed on social media by Florida State recruiting site. In the photo, Wesley is wearing an FSU jersey and making an upside down U during Tallahassee unofficial visit. Kane Sport caught up with Wesley on Saturday morning and he did some explaining. Yes, he made a mistake. Yes, he got caught up in the moment when FSU coach told him to do that. Told him to do it with him. No, he shouldn't have done it. No, he shouldn't have done it. Okay. And he never wanted to get out. He never wanted to get out in public. But listen, what you do behind closed door will make it to the light. FSU ain't gonna keep no secret like this, especially when they try to be ahead of the pack. When they'll do anything. They're desperate. They're desperate. They'll do anything. They make sure that this come out. Basically, he says first step in making amends with Miami coaches and the fan base is showing up at Paradise Camp today. He won't be participating, but wants to clear the air with you and staff. I didn't mean anything by it. The FSU coaches suggested. I didn't mean anything by it. I regret it. I regret it. FSU fans, he regretted. Sorry. You keep your clown tactics going though. It's amusing. It's funny. Dude said that he regret doing it. You don't want to do anything like that. You live and you learn from your mistakes, basically. What are you saying? FSU clownery. Straight clownery. And no, this is the key part. So let me make this blue for you guys. You see that? And no, after all this clownery, FSU isn't ahead of Miami. They're not. You're not ahead of us. Y'all making him throw down to you and all that. It did nothing for you guys. It didn't put y'all in position up, basically. I don't have any school ahead, he said. We're going to see on signing day. You're not ahead of Miami. This did nothing for you. This probably, if he was looking at you guys as a serious contender, this probably put a thought in his head like, yo, these guys seriously try to sabotage me. They seriously try to mess me up, try to mess up my recruiting, try to show other schools that I'm, interested in not to pay me no mind. That's what this is. It's tough, Florida State. Desperation. Desperate. Let me see what y'all saying. You said, but good recruits got equal wins. You say step on their lungs, their neck, everything. Step on their ankle like Mike Vick, little brother. That's tough. He said, man, y'all ain't beating the brakes off nobody. Stop the cap. So we ain't beating the brakes off nobody. Oh my God. Was 52-10 not beating the brakes off somebody? So, am I missing something? If you beat a team 52-10, let me see. 52 minus 10, that's 42. So if you get beat by 42, you didn't get the brakes beat off you? That's what you're telling me, Rose? Am I the one that need to stop the cap? Am I the one that need to stop the cap? You get beat 52-10. Is that not getting the brakes beat off of you? Did you not slam on that brakes and that car went straight into a wall because it ain't had no brakes? Because we beat it off you. Stop it. Exactly, Pope. If we go back 10 years, you guys are still up 6-4. But your fan base is so desperate that they want that extra 7. They want to feel so much more better about themselves because the last 4 years you guys have been in the shithole. Tough. That's tough. Say grown ass man trolling 16, 17-year-old. Kane fans sound like pedophiles. Jason Melvin or Melvin Jason, you got two left. You got 2 first names, so I don't even trust you already. But why are you here? Why are you here? We grown ass men that's trolling 17 and 16-year-old. Where are we trolling these kids? Has anybody in here been trolling him? Has anybody in here said anything bad about him? Are we talking about FSU clown coaches? Stupid. Donkey of the day, Jason Melvin. 904. I find it interesting about the disrespect. Why? What happened if 2 years later you want, or maybe even when I move back home, want to be an old, fine, do it. Disrespect, don't burn bridges. Yeah. I mean, you got to think about it. Kids goes into the transfer portal all the time. Look at, what's the kid from South Carolina name? I forgot the kid from South Carolina name. The one that basically, disrespected you, chose to go to South Carolina. He hit the transfer portal. Guess what? Miami could have used a guy like him, but guess what? We don't want you. The fan base spoke. We don't want him. Even if everybody was like, they don't care how good he is. We don't want him. The way he disrespect Miami and making his decision, we don't want him. I forgot the kid's name, but I'm pretty sure somebody put it in the chat. Well, if we do, see, I mean, you're still up, but you just want the extra 7 so bad. You just want to feel so much better about yourself. And it's not all FSU fans, trust me. Y'all got some level-headed fans, like my boy Hampton, who goes live and, they beat our ass. Yeah, they beat our ass. I like that FSU fan. He's smart. He says, Bobby, conspiracy theories. Ain't no conspiracies, man. It's real. It's real. This ain't nothing about no UFO or nothing like that. When it comes to y'all being clowns and manipulating kids, it's real. Say laugh out loud, Manny gonna make him break the spirit. I think Manny definitely should make him break the spirit. I think so. I think he should set up the camera crew, get them all hyped up and everything. If he needs somebody to put some extra editing on that video to make it look extra dramatic, hey, hit me up, man. I got you. Break the spirit. Break the spirit. Even get this might be a little too much, but man, might need to go out and get an Indian, get a horse that look like Renegade, put him on top of it, and get Wesley to kick the guy off the horse. Something. Oh, man. You also on UM to be the best linebacker on the team. I mean, he could possibly be that. Listen, nothing against Wesley's skill set. It's all about judgment. It's not about his skill set. Like I said in the video I made yesterday about this whole situation, you can't tarnish the kid based on his skills. The dude is a phenomenal talent. If you watch his tape, you cannot deny that this kid is a beast. You cannot deny. Whether he chooses to go to FSU, Miami, or anywhere in the country, you cannot deny the fact that this kid is a beast. So at the end of the day, if he does come to Miami and he wind up being one of Miami's best linebacker, greatest linebacker, nobody ever criticized, well, me at least, never criticized his talent. Criticized his judgment for being, manipulated by FSU. But you got to admit, the kid is a rare talent. Tough. See, that's why Wesley left Johnny as man. That man left there as quick as possible because you already know. As soon as he seen the effery that FSU pulled off, he knew, hey, I gotta go home. They is not gonna make it bad for me in my own county, in my own city. Damn clowns. Y'all retarded motherfuckers. I guess WB is so damn. Listen, man. Like I told you, Bozo the Clown. You already know. You might know who he is. I don't know who he is. But Bozo the Clown, Mike Norville, Lion-ass Norville. Y'all, trust me. Continue doing what y'all doing in recruiting. It's working. Turn other schools against kids so they have no choice to come to y'all. Because y'all the only one that's not bashing them because y'all the one sabotaging their relationship with other schools. So it's smart. It's smart. I give it to y'all. You know, like I said, not classy, but it's smart. You guys are basically the guys that's running for office that's always putting out the negative ads about the other people. It works. You put a sour taste in everybody's mind about somebody, and then they decide, hey, I might not want to, root for this guy. I might want to root for you. It works. It works. You say, as a Gator fan, this is fun. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's going to be some kids that FSU going to make them do something ridiculous when it comes to the Gators. I don't know. See, it's hard to troll the Gators like that because y'all ain't got nothing significant like the U. Y'all don't. Y'all got your little chump, but what can a recruit do to disrespect the chump? See, with them turning the U upside down, that just shows you they thinking about us. FSU is they're in their facility trying to recruit this kid, but they're thinking about Miami. They're thinking about us. They know our position with these kids. They know we are their biggest threat. We're on their mind. We're in their head. I know Miami is probably, man, how do we get past Miami? I know this kid love Miami more than he love us. They got a better record than us last year. They beat the pulse out of us last year. Half of our team sucked last year. We ran from competition last year. These kids done seen them beat us 4 years in a row. What can we do to make Miami look bad or anything like that? Nothing. Oh, we ain't got nothing. Oh, let's make these kids throw down to you so Miami will back off of them so we can get them. Yeah. That's what we're going to do. Yeah. We got the mission. Let's execute. That's it. That's what. Oh my God! What else can you sell a recruit that's going to pick between Miami and FSU? What else can you sell them? If you're FSU, what can you tell them? Hey, you're gonna get playtime as soon as you come here because we ain't got nobody. Everybody left. That's one way. And when that don't work, because a kid actually do want to get developed and don't want to be thrown out on the field and look a fool, then you guys gotta revert back to clownery. Let's turn them against other schools. Oh man, this is DV. This is fun for me as well, man. Listen, I'm glad y'all entertained, man. Hey, nothing against FSU fans. I like most of y'all. He's like super high level, big man. Man, I ain't mad at y'all. I'm mad that the kids are falling for y'all manipulation and clownery. You're lucky we're not have a call in. Oh, call in? Oh man, I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Michael Davis, you're more than welcome to come in here and talk. You're more than welcome to come in here and represent for the Florida State Seminoles, the Gators, or whoever you a fan of. I'm gonna put the link in the chat right now. If anybody want to give their thoughts and opinions, you're more than welcome to come in. The link is in the chat, sir. The link is in the chat. You don't have to call in. You can come on right in. You can show your face, or you don't have to show your face. But you can come in and say what you got to say. I'm open. I'm all ears. I'm pretty sure the people want to know what you want to say now. But come on in. You know what? Looking at your photo, Michael, I apologize. You're a Kane fan. I apologize. You're not going to come in here and talk clownery. You're not going to come in here and talk stupid. My bad, bro. I didn't look at your photo. I just seen that you wanted to call in. My bad. I apologize. You said, Pope, y'all mad, man. I don't know why Pope would be mad. Pope and them Seminoles, they chilling. They the ones starting all this crazy mess. Oh, man. Let me try to get caught up with the chat a little bit. He said sabotage. Yup, definitely sabotage. Y'all try to take Miami out of that kid's recruitment completely. He said FSU in the house. What up, T2Y? What up, man? What's going on? A lot of clownery today. Oh, man. Jay Blaze, we will see who comes and who goes. Remember, it's all about you. All about you every day, all day, period. Period. I need a girl. I need to find a girl to do that. I need to incorporate that into my videos. Have a girl that come on and say it's all about you every day, all day, and then do that little city girl thing where they say that period. I need a girl to do that. Preferably a pretty one. Let me make some. You know what? Yeah, definitely. Ain't trying to get in no trouble though. But let me see. It'd be hilarious. Y'all FSU fans are real dumb. No intelligence found. Just stupid. That's a Gator fan. That's a Gator fan. I mean, but I can't find anything to disagree with in that comment, sir. Oh, man. It said FSU on the check. Hey. Appreciate y'all FSU fans for coming through, man. Appreciate y'all. Y'all always make this fun. And I like most of y'all, to be honest, because the ones that do come over here, y'all are respectful. I like, damn, it's hard to say I like an FSU in the same sentence. God damn. He said, we desperate, but y'all crying over a photo. It's the principle, Smokey. Smokey, it's the principle. It's the principle. Come on, man. Remember when Big Worm shot up Smokey's spot, tried to kill him? It's the principle. Oh, man. He said, T2, I got a lot of FSU cockroach on this chat. Hey, man, like I wouldn't call nobody no cockroach, boss. You know, all jokes aside, you know, these are regular people, whether they fans of FSU or they fans of the Gators or anybody else. Anybody's welcome here. But, damn, that's tough. Damn. Suggested. So which one is forced or suggested? Man, come on, Pope. You know better, man. You know. That's that peer pressure. You know. These are kids. They gonna fold. They not like me and you where no matter what you do or say, you're not gonna go up against your Seminoles. You're not gonna do anything to troll your Seminoles, especially that's gonna be, you know, put out there in the public like that. I'm not gonna do nothing to, you know, troll Miami or damage my image with Miami. So we know better. But these are 16, 17, 18-year-old kids that don't really understand the magnitude of the things that they're doing in these recruiting. in these other schools or whatever. And especially when you got a clown school that's going to put it out to damage the kids' reputation with other fan bases. Come on, man, you know better. Suggested enough. He said that may not be him because see his bro, it's him. He did not deny it. He plain out came straight to Miami and apologized and cleared the air about it. He's not denying that's not him. He's not saying that's not him. There's nothing out there that's suggesting that it's not him. He's already owned up to it. So it's definitely him. He was live, sir. When this all happened, he was on live. He was on Instagram Live. We saw him put on the FSU gear. We saw him do all the photo shoots and everything like that live on Instagram. It's him. There's no doubt that it's not him. It's him. He said we don't have these problems in Gainesville. I mean, literally, most of the kids that we recruit or FSU recruit, most of the time they're not even on Florida's radar. Y'all trying to compete with schools like Georgia, Auburn, and all of them. Y'all competing with SEC recruits or whatever. And most of the kids that do decide that they want to go to the SEC from down here, most of the time they choose Alabama first, then maybe Georgia, and Florida and LSU will fall in line wherever they fit. So, yeah, we really don't go up against Florida too much when it comes to recruiting. I mean, last season we did with the whole Palmetto 5 and a couple other guys, but Florida ain't our biggest issue because we barely play y'all. These kids that we go up against with Florida State, they gotta play each other season after season. With Florida, y'all run from us. Y'all been running. Oh man, Florida's a track school. He said, "Cause Mullen can't recruit." Now, Pope, I don't know if you know, but Mullen got the top recruiter in the country. His wife is the biggest recruiter in this country. You can't go up against Megan Mullen and win. Send that clown that made him throw down to you to go recruit a kid, or send Megan. I guarantee you that kid's going to Florida. I don't know what she's cooking up, but that's neither here nor there. 3-6 Mafia. Oh, man. He said, this is gone from being funny to actually sad. Yeah, man. It was funny when y'all had Marvin Jones throw down to you, but now it's just sad that y'all doing a reporter. Poor little Wesley here, man. That's sad. I know what you're saying, but I'm gonna flip it my way. You know. Oh man. Like I said, the links is in the chat. I'm gonna put the link in the chat again. Anybody want to come in and give their thoughts and opinions or whatever, you're more than welcome to. The link is in the chat again. Pat in the building. What's going on, Pat? You said they want. Oh man, that's tough. He said we should talk like we actually won a trophy or something. Now let me ask you this, Rose. Had Florida State beaten Miami for the past 4 years, wouldn't you be talking? If you beaten Miami 52-10, wouldn't you be talking? Wouldn't you be talking right now? Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you be talking? If you lost 4 straight years in a row, if you beat a team 52-10, the year before that it was 27-10, so now you beat them 52-10. All you're doing is improving on your whooping on them. Wouldn't you be happy? Maybe this year we beat y'all 62-10, something like that. keep y'all scoring 10 points, and keep raising our points. Come on, man. He said no Canes. He said no Canes fan want the link just like home game tickets. That's tough. That's tough. That's funny, but that's tough right there. It ain't really for Canes fans only. Any Florida State fan want to come in and talk or try to defend this clownery that happened at FSU, y'all more than welcome. The link is in the chat. You don't have to show your face. You just come on with your mic on. That's it. You don't have to show your face. We don't have to see what you look like. Because I know most of y'all Florida State fans anyway, you probably ain't want to show yourself because half of y'all probably got on some Miami gear right now. You don't want to expose yourself. Oh, man. We got totally not depressed in the building. What's going on? So what's the difference between Miami and Jacksonville State Conference championships? Jacksonville State. Seriously? Weren't y'all beating Florida State by like 21 points and then choked? That would have been y'all Super Bowl, y'all to beat them. Y'all to beat Florida State, that would have been y'all Super Bowl. Congratulations on losing the Super Bowl. He said, T2Y, your brain stopped thinking like a first grader. Oh, man. That's tough, Rose. They ain't got no answer for that. Montre, we are bowl game championship. What? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. He said, man, go Canes, forget all that other ish, 100%. What's good? What's good, boss? How you doing, man? What's going on with you? Just basically just clearing the air about this Wesley thing and all the clownery that Florida State, try to manipulate these kids and stuff like that. There go their deflection right there. Win the conference championship. Win a championship, FSU. We got 5. Catch up. You can win 20 million conference championship, but you can't win championships. Tough. He said T2Y out here these YouTube streets begging for men to join the channel. I ain't begging for nobody to join the channel, sir. If anybody wants to join the channel, join the channel. If anybody wants to come in and give their opinion, give their opinion. If they don't, they don't. We just keep it moving. That's tough. Oh, man. Chris says, Canes can't win nothing, so they happy when they beat Florida State. But when we was winning championships, we was happy we was beating Florida State. Every year we beat Florida State, we're happy. It don't matter what year it is. Beating y'all is fun. Y'all are I was gonna say little brother. No, y'all are son, And by the way, all you FSU fans that did not tell me Happy Father's Day, I'm mad at y'all. We y'all daddy. But y'all so disrespectful that y'all didn't take the time out y'all day to come and tell me Happy Father's Day. Ungrateful kids. Boy, I got some ungrateful kids. Oh, man. Pat says 4.5. Well, y'all got 3. If you do the math, let me see. 4.5 is greater than 3. Yeah, that sounds about right. 4.5 is greater than 3. That's tough. Now, ain't Florida State supposed to have about 8 national championships? I wonder which team in college football stopped them from doing that. I wonder which team in college football stopped them from having about 8 national championships. Could we go a little bit wide left? Could we go a little bit wide right? That's tough. You know what, Florida State? We're going to start treating y'all like some step kids. Oh, man. John Shield, what's going on, John? Say, no coach is putting, yeah, we know, John. We know they put them up to it. They're trying their best to sabotage this guy's recruitment. It's tough. He said, I told you happy Mother's Day at T2Y, back in your feelings again. Oh, Pat. I like Pat, man. See, Pat come with the comeback, so I like that. Appreciate that, Pope. Pope said hit the like button. Y'all make sure I hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you ain't already subscribed. Appreciate each and every one of y'all. He said, cut them out the wheel. Yeah, man, they're terrible kids, man. Terrible kids. You know, I think a couple of my Gator kids told me Happy Father's Day. I think I might have to write them a little bit more in the will. Yeah, I think the Gator kids told me Happy Father's Day. They know we own them too. So they had more than 8 games, and you see how that turned out. Think about it. Florida State versus Clemson last year. What that would have been like. Score predictions for Florida State versus Clemson last year. We beat them 52-10. Clemson last year was a more dominant team. I think they would have probably beat them up in the 70s somewhere. So maybe 6, 2 field goals. Yeah, around 70-something to 6. I mean, when you get blown out by Pitt and you get blown out by Louisville and other teams like that, Florida State last year, their whole season was a blowout. That's tough. I think their most, the only successful thing that you can get out of Florida State season last year was they beat North Carolina. And North Carolina basically, what's the word? They choked at the end, because they could have beat Florida State, but they choked at the end. So that's their season. Blowout. Folks said T2Y is losing it on live. Nah, I'm just having fun today. Mommy Flo in the building. What's going on, Mommy Flo? How you doing, boss? Oh, man. I don't know if you're busy, but if you want to come in, Mommy Flo, I got the link, man. I'll put the link in the chat. You can, give your thoughts and opinions on this Wesley thing, because, it's tough. The fan base is a little divided right now. But we know it's the clownery up there in Tally-Ho. Damn, 77-0. That seems a little extreme, but it's believable. It's definitely believable. It's definitely believable. He said T2Y audio has high quality than FSU recruits. Yeah, for those of y'all that probably joined late, like I told y'all, my mic, I ordered another mic. This mic is basically done for. It's kaput. God, finished. That's why, like I said, I haven't been doing too many lives because of the audio and the quality. I hate putting out, bad quality audio, because sometimes I'll go back and I listen to the show, and if it sounds horrible, then I try to step it up a little bit. 7-7-0. That's too. I think 7-7-0 is going to be the score prediction that we stick with. 7-7-0. He said, let's talk about something relevant. Hey, the link's in the chat, Pope. The link is in the chat. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about. G-Tech beat down as well. Yeah, Florida State started off their season wrong, so we already knew when they lost to Georgia Tech. We already knew they was downhill. We already saw that Big Marv, he started off their season completely wrong. So we knew going down their season, it was going to be terrible. I told him when I was doing those shows with Pope, when I was doing those shows with Turn Tally, I was telling them, man, we're gonna beat the brakes off y'all. It came to reality. Everybody was calling me delusional. All the Seminole fans, T2Y delusional. Miami ain't that good. Florida State gonna be better. Mike Norvell, rah. Then Mike Norvell saw that y'all was so terrible from the beginning of the season that he decided that, you know what, they play Miami this week. Miami's on fire right now. I think it's the best time of the year for me to say I caught COVID. That's tough. Okay, you say how many commits you wouldn't expect to come out of Paradise Camp? That's a question, Pope. I don't have the answers for you. These kids will commit if they want to commit, whenever they want to commit. When Miami gives them the green light to commit, they will. Plain and simple. But if you got kids that still visiting other schools, still got other official visits to other schools, you don't really want to give them the green light to commit. Because basically when these guys commit, you got other kids that you're going after that might want to reconsider going to your school or come into your school because you picked up a kid in their position already. They want to keep their options open. So unless this kid is number one on the board and he was willing and want to commit, they're not going to give him a green light. You know, it's tough. That's how recruiting works. If I was look at Quan Lee, for instance. Quan Lee's committed to University of Miami. He's still making visits to other schools, still taking photos with us, still doing stuff with other schools. His position, he's a wide receiver. We just got another commit from another wide receiver. It's just like that. Hey, if you're going to commit to us, guess what? We're going to stop recruiting at your position. We're going to stop going hard for other guys at your position. But if you continue to go out and weigh your options, guess what? We're going to weigh our options too. That's Manny's approach this season when it comes to recruiting. Hey, let these kids go out, let them do what they got to do, visit other schools, see if Miami is the one for them. And then when they come back after all of that, if I want to commit to the University of Miami, we'll give them the green light to do so. But you don't want kids coming to you and then going everywhere else. It's a tough world. Think about it. We got a kid that commit, but he's still visiting everywhere else. When it comes signing day, he chose another school. We get screwed. It's tough. And it could go vice versa for kids too. So out of camp, I can't tell you how many kids gonna commit. I can tell you some will ask for the green light to commit, and some will commit. But I can't tell you how many. Can't tell you which ones. I don't have that inside information or that kind of source right now to tell you. Oh man, where we at? Okay, Flo, that's why I will, but I'm with wifey in the grocery store listening, but can't hop outside the dot. It's cool, man. I appreciate you for listening and being in the chat. I appreciate that, man. Let me see where the whole chat just jumped. He said the goal is ring. Exactly. Every season it's a championship ring. Oh, we got Coach Hayes in the building. Yo, T2Y, World Kings. Just stopping by to show some love. Go Canes. Hey, appreciate you, Coach Hayes, man. Appreciate that, boss. Glad to see you up in here, boss. Appreciate it. Imagine throwing a pick six to an FCS school and claiming you're a blue blood. That's Florida State all day. I mean, when it comes to throwing interceptions, I think Florida State got the biggest accolade. They got James Winston, the only guy that got a 30 for 30. He says Wesley went to Florida State. Yeah, he went on an official. Well, I don't even think it's an official visit. I think it was just a regular visit. But he visited Florida State. You know how these kids going to visit other schools that's recruiting them. You know, photo opportunity. They were going live, and Florida State clown coaches basically, you know, manipulate the kids to throw down to you so they can get a photo opportunity to put it out there to basically sabotage kids going to the University of Miami over going to Florida State. That's what they're doing nowadays. But like I said, Wesley, if you're watching, or Manny Diaz or anybody, y'all can pass the message along to Manny Diaz. Get Wesley to break that damn spirit. Get him to break the spirit and tell FSU we even. He says 56-0 Miami over FSU. Dang, you're not even gonna give him a field goal. Hey, I'll take it though. You're not even gonna give him a field goal. I'll take it. Where we at? Let me try to catch up. We got Boot Juice. That's an interesting name. He says, Wesley not going to UM. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? If you know where he's going, let me know. Man, y'all getting wild in this comment section. He said, when the last time Miami sold out the Hard Rock? We don't have to sell out the Hard Rock to beat y'all in it. I was there last year. I was there. I witnessed 52-10 in person, sir. We don't have to be sold out to beat y'all down. But you know what's funny? Y'all can sell out Doak Campbell Stadium and we'll beat y'all down in front of a full crowd. How about that? He says, honestly, he ends up at Ohio State. I heard that ship that's sold, sir. I heard that Ohio State ship has sunk. That's just what I'm hearing, though. But who knows, man? Kids could end up going anywhere. But speaking of Ohio State, I seen a post. I forgot who posted it on Instagram and Twitter, but they were talking about basically showing photos of recruitment pictures. And then when it came to Ohio State now, I don't know what is up with them and taking suspect pictures. You see, when you saw the photo of the Florida State guy laying on the floor, you know, doing the whole Playboy bunny with his feet kind of thing, I thought that was suspect. I thought it was the gayest photo op picture pose you could choose. But then I saw Ohio State go a little bit further. They're taking photos of other players trying to smack other players on the ass. Now, I don't know if Ohio State probably got some paternal kind of thing going on. I don't know if the coaches are telling them to do that. Like Florida State is telling their players to throw down to you. I don't know if they're telling them to do that. I'm just saying. But seeing Ohio State photo op pictures, that's tough. That's tough. How do you tell a kid to take photos smacking another kid on their ass for a recruitment picture? Ohio State, y'all got some explaining to do. Y'all got some explaining to do. Let me see if they are. Let me see if they put them up on Twitter. If they put them up on Twitter, I'm gonna put them up there for y'all. Let me see. Yeah, I'll find them later. He said, up in Ohio, they real suspect. I agree with that. Yeah, they definitely a suspect, man. Pat, the man name is Boot Juice, man. Boot Juice, not Booty Juice. Boot Juice. See, that's what I'm telling you. See, that's what FSU fans do. That's what they do. They manipulate situation. The man name is Boot Juice. The man name is Boot Juice. It's right there on the screen, Boot Juice. But you just call the man Booty Juice now. That's tough. See, that's perfect what I'm telling you. That's what Florida State do. That's what they do. Let me. Where's that damn photo? It was on here earlier. Yeah, Ohio State gonna be playing. They clean up. They clean up pretty fast, don't they? Sorry. Sorry, I know where it's at on. I know where it's at on Instagram. I ain't getting away with that, Ohio State. Y'all may have got away with our sixth championship ring, but y'all ain't getting away with this one. Oh man, my boy always come through. My boy always come through. Hold on, let me send this to my email. All right. Okay. Here we go. Let me get this out of the email real quick. Oh, I'm gonna be showing y'all my email. All right. So basically, guys, this is what they're doing at Ohio State for photo ops. That's what they do at Ohio State for photo ops right there. Okay. He said, Bama born and raised here, wondering prediction for Miami versus Bama. Miami 38, Bama 24. That's tough. He said, I'm a family teacher where I would like to see an improved audio. FSU were going 5 straight, 52 to 10, 5 to 3, so shut up. Yeah, like I said, the mic, the audio, that will be improved. I do have a mic on the way, so that's why I haven't been really doing too many live shows lately, because the audio is kind of terrible. But we're working on that. You said Cam says we beat FSU by 28. What you say? I think beating FSU by 28 would be a letdown. I mean, we beat anybody else by 28. That's a good score, but beating FSU by 28 would be a letdown at this moment. We're so much better than them. I think we should beat them by at least 35 or more, but I'll take 28, I guess. Yep, bro. That's what they're doing at Ohio State. So you come on campus for your recruitment, and you decide that this is the photo you see on the screen. This is the photo that you decide that you want to take. This is what you want your recruitment to be remembered by. Some guy about to smack you on your butt. You ain't scored no touchdown. This ain't for no sportsmanlike conduct or whatever, sportsmanship or whatever. You just want somebody another man to smack you on your butt. This is what they're doing at Ohio State. I expect this from Penn State, but Ohio State too. Yeah, that's tough. That's what they're doing up north. That's got to be a North thing. If any of y'all from up north, man, y'all let me know. Is this what y'all doing up there? Is this what they doing up there? That's terrible, man. Get this thing off my screen. Ugh. He said teacher was trying to take the attention off mommy and getting mama's cooking. So he showed other schools on photo trolling. Mama's cooking. Mama's cooking. Was 52 to 10 mama's cooking? Is 4 straight in a row mama's cooking? Is getting y'all to fire Norvell this season mama's cooking? Because we will be the reason y'all fire Mike Norvell. Well, then again, y'all might lose enough games by the time y'all play us for them to fire him, but nonetheless, we'll probably be the icing on the cake to the reason why y'all do fire Mike Norvell. Or maybe y'all can't fire Mike Norvell. I heard y'all broke. I heard y'all put so much money into trying to renovate y'all campus and all that other good stuff, our North Campus facilities, that y'all might can't afford to get rid of Norvell. Y'all might be stuck with Ryan Norvell for a minute. That's tough. But if Mike Norvell continue to coach the way he coached, continue to lose games the way he lose them, 3-6 and stuff like that, hey, I like Norvell. Keep him. Don't get rid of him as fast as y'all got rid of Willie Taggart. That was too fast. But you get rid of Mike. Think about it. We beat y'all so bad that y'all fighting Mike Norvell. Then what y'all gonna do? Rebuild for the next 10 years? Because all the kids that Mike Norvell now recruiting, they're gonna leave too. Some of them might stay, but they're gonna leave too, and then y'all gonna start the whole recruitment cycle all over again. This new coach got to come in. He got to get like 3-4 cycles, and then y'all gonna fire him every time I beat him, because we will continue to beat y'all. So I don't know. Y'all might want to keep Norvell. Y'all fan base might want to fire him, but y'all might want to keep him. I'm just saying. Mama's cooking. Okay. Mr. Jackson Post, I see your comments, but I like ignoring you. I see your comments, sir. Don't think they go unseen. I just like ignoring you. You're like a little kid, the one that acts out in class, so you put him in the back of the class and just, when you raise his hand, try to ask a question, you just don't pick him. You're that kid, sir. Oh, man. He said Ohio State booty band. What are you guys talking about? Oh, man. Let's see here. I think this is the most chill, I think this is the most chill live I've ever done. This one's hilarious. He said, what's on the menu for today? I think I just read a comment where Pope said something about some oxtail. So I got a Jamaican restaurant like 2 minutes away. I might get me some oxtails. Pope, how much longer you gonna be on? I don't know. I'm just winging it right now. Just winging it. Who knows? I don't even know, to be honest with you. I might be on for another hour maybe, or maybe another 30 minutes. I don't really know. Yeah, definitely thinking about some oxtail now. Thanks a lot, Pope. We may get some oxtails. Still trying to figure out what is that comment? So what you guys think about Dustin Hill? I'm trying to find out who this Dustin Hill is. Oh, the wide receiver. Oh, he's from Louisiana. Okay. Is he committed to Florida State? Oh, he signed with Florida State. That's why I probably never heard of him. Let's see, I got Tangeray. Well done, State. Oh man, this boy be eating right here. That man always got some exquisite stuff going on. Cedric, I might have to move next door to you. I need me somebody with some different ideas. I be tired of the stuff that's around me. He said TTY gonna owe me 100 when Bama dropped 60 on. Did I make a bet with you? Did I make a bet with you just suppose? I got so many bets going on right now. I can't tell you how many. I need to start writing some of these stuff down. I know I got two bets going on with Sergeant AR-10. I know I got a bet going on with Uncle Lou. Who else? Well, if we made a bet about Bama dropping 60, I'm definitely gonna get $100 from you, sir. I think I got that written down somewhere. Now that I think about it. He said, "How do you pronounce Wesley's last name?" I think it's Bissainthe. I think it's Bissainthe, but I might be wrong. No, I'm not quite sure, but I think that's a Haitian last name, if I'm not mistaken. Is it? Yeah, let me know. I'm not sure if he's Haitian or not, but that sounds like a Haitian last name. He said, Mama gonna win, no cap. I respect y'all. I respect us though. I think Notre Dame gonna win too. Plain and simple. I think Florida State improved a little bit, but I still think Notre Dame gonna beat them. I still think y'all season is a 3-9 season. That ain't changed. Y'all picked up some good key players out of transfer portal, but I don't think y'all basically replaced all the depth that you need to. You lost too many scholarship players to the transfer portal. I think y'all will be a little bit more improved than what you was last season, but I don't see too much significance in y'all going anything more than 3-9, maybe 4 and 8. possibly. But that's just me. I'm a Miami fan. I don't know what y'all got going on behind the scenes up there. Y'all might be feeding the players oxtail with some steroids in it or something. They might be beefing up there. Who knows? So how many wins does UM get this year? 10 or more. 10 or more. Only two teams on our schedule that's even worth mentioning, and that's Alabama, of course, and North Carolina. Everybody else is thrown to the side. I mean, I'll take them lightly, but sleep. Well, forget it. We sleeping on everybody except for North Carolina and Alabama. FSU fans, take it how you want. He said, no one respect Miami. He said, no one respect Miami. Who's y'all best win last season? Here's a Gator fan asking me about our best win last season. Y'all best win was a loss last season. You lost to Alabama, and that was y'all best win. They didn't blow y'all out. So here's a Gator fan asking me about our best win. I guess our best win last year was blowing Florida State out 52-10, I guess. But y'all best win last year was losing. Who'd you play? Who'd you beat? A Georgia team with no quarterback. They didn't even know who their quarterback was at the time. Of course you would say Georgia. Of course you would say Georgia. They didn't have a quarterback. Had they had JT Daniels starting when they played y'all, they would have beat y'all. Florida, have a seat, sir. Y'all about to have a down season this season. You'll be lucky to win 7 games. It's down. Florida, they always want a piece of the action. It's like every time Miami and Florida State talking, Florida want a piece of the action. They want to be a part of the circle so bad. Terrible. You know what, Florida? If y'all want to be a part of the conversation, y'all want to be a part of everything that's going on, schedule Miami every season. Stop running. Stop being a little scaredy cat, hiding behind the couch and shit. Schedule Miami every single season and get beat like Florida State get beat. That's it. That's it. Y'all want to be a part of the conversation? That's it. Of course, we see y'all beat Florida State all the time. We beat Florida State all the time. But play us. What y'all did to Florida State, come do it to us. Come do it to us. You can't. You say Florida will have a better year. BB, put 100 on it. Put 100 on it, BB. I bet you $100 Miami have a better season than Florida. Put 100 on it. I'm gonna wait for your confirmation in this chat. Put 100 on it. I guarantee you Miami has a better season than Florida does. All right, there you go. Bet. So at the end of the season, I probably won't even have to wait till the end of the season. With a couple games left in the season, when there's no way in the hell, even if the Gators win out their season, they'll have a better season than Miami. I'll hit you up for my $100, BB. Easy money. Easy money. Emory Jones. Oh, man. If going into 2020-21 season, the quarterback that's the most underrated and probably, what's the word for Emory Jones? I don't want to say he underrated because I think the way they talk about him, I think it's correct. But Emory Jones, y'all can't tell me that's y'all quarterback. You're not gonna do what T.O. That's my quarterback. No, I don't see no Florida State. No, I'm sorry. I don't see no Florida Gator fans standing up saying Emory Jones, that's my quarterback. I believe in him. He's gonna take us to the promised land. I've not seen one Gator fan do it. Maybe you be the first. But Emory Jones ain't it. He ain't it. Maybe this season he go out there and he prove me wrong, but as of right now, he ain't it. He ain't it. And he's definitely not the best quarterback in the state of Florida. If that's what you're trying to say, BB. He's not. Got my boy Nick in the building. What's going on, Nick? You say Emory's getting drafted. King isn't getting drafted. Yeah, we want to talk about Derek King, guys that been going through injuries and stuff like that. Of course, nobody's talking about drafting King right now. I mean, but if you look at everybody's list, he's a top 10 quarterback in the country. I don't see Emory Jones nowhere on any of those lists, but it is what it is. Will Emory Jones get drafted? Who knows? Will King get drafted? Who knows? When it happens, we'll come back and talk about it. Man, appreciate you coming through, boss. Appreciate that. It's the first time on the live. Appreciate it, man. We was clowning a little bit earlier. I think Florida fans just want to be a part of the conversation now. If Emmett Jones was that good, Dan Mullen's supposed to be the best quarterback coach and haven't taken Franks or Trask. Listen, Trask had a decent year. He did decent numbers. I ain't got nothing bad to say about Trask. Franks, who knows where he could have been in Florida if Dan Mullen hadn't given Trask a job. Who knows? But Emory Jones, I haven't seen nothing from. I haven't seen nothing. I ain't seen nothing. So all this Emory Jones buzz, I don't think he's the guy, but we shall see. T2Y ain't always gonna be right. I could be wrong. Emory Jones is just gonna have to go out there and say, "Hey, T2Y was one of my doubters. I proved them wrong." That's it. But Florida's definitely not having a better year than Miami, though. That's simple. Jason, what Jason saying? Oh, Jason, I got 100 on Miami versus Bama any takes. I got too many Miami versus Bama bets, but Todd said he'll take you up on that bet. So there you go. Y'all two communicate. We got Sergeant AR10 in the building. What's going on, man? You're a little bit late, man. We about to wrap this thing up. You say you on a 7-mile hike. Oh, dang. Hope you don't get mauled by no deer. Hit by no deer. What else they got out there in Georgia? Probably some bobcats and all of that. Hey, man, be on the lookout. We know they ain't got no real bulldogs. and if you did go hiking, I hope you didn't bring a bulldog with you. Because that thing ain't going to do no biting. Oh, man. Oh, man. Nah, ain't no Gump fans today. We were talking about Florida State and Miami today, so ain't no Gumps fan. Yeah. We were talking about the whole incident that happened yesterday with Wesley, with Florida State, and their tactics, and their try to turn, fan bases against kids so they can wind up getting a recruit, the dirty games. It didn't work, Florida State. Sorry. You say King going from college quarterback to grad assistant. You a funny guy. You a funny guy, man. But anyways, it's been about 2 hours. I haven't eaten, to be honest with you, it's almost 2:30 and I haven't even eaten breakfast. I ain't capped. So I need to go get me some brunch. You guys be safe, be easy. Fan base, don't fall for the Florida State bullshit. Don't fall for their tactics. They are very desperate. They need every recruit they can get. If they can't get them, they're gonna try to turn other schools against the kid. That's what they're doing right now. They're straight clowns. That's what Florida State is up to right now. They're desperate. They're on a mission. They're on a mission. That's all I gotta say. Y'all take it easy. Uh-huh.